through is the collapse of an economic model. I mean, the fact that people are still trying to make an economic doctrine work and that they can't think of anything better doesn't mean that it works. But I think the policy debate now is beginning to move towards bigger choices. Fed Chairman Bernanke said 2 weeks ago that he made a speech at Jackson Hole saying, look, I'm running out of options, guys. I can do these things you want me to do, more quantitative easing, boost the inflation target, all kinds of other things. But I'm really not sure that any of them are going to make much difference. When you get a policymaker saying that, what you realise is that you are probably on the eve of a bigger ideological debate. The monetary stimulus does not revive America. This is why I'm here. And the fiscal stimulus, well, we've had it and it's maybe saved some jobs. It's annoyed a lot of people. It certainly hasn't revived America. The next question has to be, well, what does? You were talking about some of it, I think, earlier. You know, there is now a discussion about currency, big discussion about the currency. Bernanke himself, in his book on the 30s, reminds us that countries that devalue their currency first get out of the depression first. Now, Europe's devalued its currency. Britain has relentlessly devalued. Japan has devalued. I would expect the policy debate in America to hot up in that direction.
But there are also major differences in how the different governments are responding to the crisis. Obviously, Germany has taken the lead in being a lot more aggressive against the threat of financial speculators and derivatives than the United States. And there's still this issue that the finance capital has had a heyday now for so long in terms of their being able to develop these exotic instruments that are almost like phantoms in terms of a financial system. How do you resolve these differences between Germany, Britain, the United States, and how they're going to deal with the financial reform? I think, look, either there's a binary outcome. Either there's going to be global re-regulation of the banking industry, as many of the governments want, or there isn't, and the re-regulation will take place on a nation-by-nation basis. But, you know, in Britain, our central bankers are doing some very radical thinking about the future role of finance. They're basically saying in their academic work, we're never going to get stung again. We're not going to have the situation where the safety net is extended again and again. Or if we do, then the banking industry has to pay some kind of much bigger social insurance cost to us, the state. The state, in other words, will get bigger and stronger as a result of this. I think we either go in a global direction, or, as with trade, what happens is that the whole world fragments. I wouldn't like to know what the world is going to be like if the world finance system fragments. There are many people, I think, on the left wishing it to happen. But as Keynes said, you know, don't wish for the failure of the palliative measures, because you might not like what comes after.
We're going to leave it there. I thank you very much, Paul Mason, for joining us. Award-winning journalist, author, economics editor for BBC Newsnight, appears on BBC America. His new book is called Live Working or Die Fighting: How the Working Class Went Global. It's just come out in the United States. Congratulations.